nudging me. He's coming. You're like, fuck you.
They're locking down blocks.
And then I walk up to you, right? I walk up to you and I smile. Let's do it. And then I go, oh my God, I love your shoes. Oh my God, I love your heels.
What you trying, Jackie?
Where'd you get those shoes? Come on, I got them too. Oh my God, I got a bag that match perfectly with that. Blah, 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 right? Maybe I told you about how I wax my nuts. Maybe I told you about how I'm spiritual and I do organic healing. Maybe I told you I've been in Russia before and I love it, right? And then I go ahead and say, would you like to go on a date with me? I'd love to take you out sometime. Oh my God, you're beautiful. What would be your response? We're going to start with you. Just give me a yes or no. Would you go out with me?
I would like to dance.
Nope. Okay.
Nope, we're not be going out. I don't think so.
Nope.
Let's be real.
Nope.
I would say yes.
Okay, you would take me out.
Yep, I'll take you out because I didn't know. I was assuming the whole time, you were just from the book. You didn't know who the person was, you feel me? So I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna take you out. We're gonna go be friends.
Okay.
We're gonna be friends.
Okay.
But it's a friend and not like you wanna fucking.
Yeah, that's
not like that. We can be friends. So like hang out.
So you're gonna
I'll give it a chance. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a no. In the man world, that's a waste of our time to go out with the girls and friends. Real talk, ladies, I gotta give you guys the truth.
No nigga doesn't
want your friend.
So you're basically saying
Fucking try,
you guys
Jackie.
automatically said no. What if I say,
Come on, feed, shoot!
I don't want to date you. Don't worry about it. I'm masculine when I meet a feminine woman. Are you feminine? Oh. Now it sounds retarded, doesn't it? Now I'm telling you, I'm conditionally masculine. Based on the woman being feminine. You see how masculine your woman is? And here's the problem. Even said in the beginning, don't cut me off. This is the world we live in, ladies. Where a man are static. You are expected to be masculine at all times. Whereas women's roles are negotiable. You can be a lady when you look and feel like it. And here's the thing. You know who loses? You lose. Because when you're not naturally feminine and you have this masculine energy, let me tell y'all something about men that you guys want. They have options. Why am I going to deal with this crass, annoying, rude, obnoxious, masculine woman that's trying to compete with me? When I can go get a naturally submissive, attractive woman that's going to follow my lead and want peace, not a competitor or a co-partnership. Next tweet, Harry Hilton, and I'm actually very happy that all of you were familiar with this tweet because it goes to speak volumes about modern day women today. Modern day women today follow women like this that don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because we're saying I'm conditionally feminine is like me going up to you wearing a dress and heels saying I'm conditionally masculine until I meet a woman. That is a retarded concept. Allow women to walk around with this backwards mindset, but men are never allowed to have this, right? So, by your logic, that's exactly what's going on. Now, this goes to the deeper rooted problem that you alluded to earlier. We live in a world now where women are taught from a young age that acting like a man, being strong and independent, and having your own and 50-50 partnerships is what men want. It is not what men want. And as a matter of fact, the stats back up. We have the highest divorce rates we've ever had. We have the lowest marriage rates we've ever had. And 80% of divorces are initiated by women.
You also realize that there are also 90% of marriages are pushed on by women, not men. So the women are the ones that I'm agreeing.
And then they initiate the divorce. So, what I'm trying to say is that we have clear-cut black and white data that shows that 50-50 partnerships don't work. We have clear-cut data that as women have become more liberated and by virtue become more masculine and become more, how do I say this, independent, marriages have suffered as a result. We have more single women than ever before. And on top of that, we have the lowest approval ratings of life from women. As women have gotten more rights, they've been less and less happy. What if a woman walks around doped up on antidepressant medication and anxiety medication. So who's really losing? It ain't the men. I'll tell you on this, because what's happening is this. The men that the women are fighting for, they see what's going on. You know, these chicks are masculine, these girls are ratchet, these girls are promiscuous. I ain't wiping none of them. I'm gonna just fuck and be good. So as women have become more liberated, their approval ratings of life have come down with it. 1 in 4 women is on antidepressant medication, and the least happy demographic of human being in the United States right now, ladies, with empirical studies, is a woman that's 42 years old, unmarried, with no children. That is a byproduct of what happens when you're a strong, independent woman. Men aren't going to tolerate your strong independency. They're just not going to deal with you. They're going to have sex with you, but they ain't going to take you seriously. So if you want commitment from a man, you need to understand and know your role. Men lead, women follow. And as a matter of fact, you guys proved my point. A couple of you guys said 50-50 partnerships, or I ran the last relationship. What is the boyfriend now?
My mom literally, like, as a single mom, raised me, did everything, and like where she's at now, and she's married, a lover, a carer, and she's like, yo, like I said earlier, it's not always what you're taught, y'all. Like, I get it. We grow up. We're supposed to be independent women. We have this fucking, like, the stigma. Like, this is what it is. This is what you're supposed to do. No, baby girl, it's not.
So I have a quick, just to finish up.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, when I put it on the shoe on the other foot and I gave you guys, I used your same exact logic. I'm going to be conditionally masculine. It sounded stupid.
100%.
So you can't expect men. Here's the difference. Men are never going to tell women this, because if you say things like this, you get canceled, you get called a misogynist, you get called an asshole. Telling the women
Like
truth. Yeah, for real. Guys, let me fucking finish. So saying things like this comes with serious consequences where you get canceled, you lose your livelihood, you get labeled terrible terms. Rapey, misogynistic, whatever, with no proof. So if I got to speak for the tens of thousands of men out there that feel this way but can't say it, because if you challenge a woman's independence and consider misogynistic, then so be it. I'll say it. But what I will say is, the more masculine you are, or the more you adopt this stupid mindset of conditional femininity, the more men are not going to take you seriously and go to a girl that will give them. You mentioned earlier something very alarming. You mentioned, I want a guy to put me in my place and be an alpha male and damn near shape me. Here's my thing. And here's the thing. I applaud you for being honest, because a lot of women think that way. But here's the reality. Why should a man damn near go to jail to get you in line? Why should he do that?
He shouldn't have to.
Like, why should he have to get to... Why is a woman's masculinity here, and he's got to rise to damn near murdering you to be able to get you in line? He puts himself in jeopardy, he puts you in jeopardy, and I'll tell you guys another uncomfortable reality. Let's look at the justice system. Men serve 66% more time for the same crimes that women do.
Oh, V, you get any sleep? No matter. Time you got up.
I think I might have caught something when I jacked into that Corpo's biomon. Dunno, neurovirus, or... Need to see Vic. Let him tell me what's got my head reeling, my stomach churning.
Okay, let me take you. I brought you a ride. Throw on some threads, meet me downstairs.
Hey, Pete. Regina Jones here. If you're looking for work in Watson, give me a call.
How'd you find me? How'd you even know my name?
I know where to gather my intel. Could even call me a collector. Later, V.
Shit.
me take you. I brought you a ride. Throw on some threads, meet me downstairs.
Hey, V. Regina Jones here. If you're looking for work in Watson, give me a call.
How'd you find me? How'd you even know my name?
I know where to gather my intel. Could even call me a collector. Later, V.
Hey, yo, V. How about a round or two? One's waiting for its daddy. Hers after every shot now.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Thanks a lot.
It's time for your local news. The Aratama Matsuri Festival is nearly upon us. To mark the event, the streets of Night City will come alive with exquisite multi-story dashi floats. The festival program will also include musical performances by biwa virtuosos and theatrical performances in the No tradition. The sponsor for the festival is the Arasaka Corporation, and in an exciting development, even Hanako Arasaka has announced her participation in the Dashi Parade. From all
Mention something. All right.
Dex is a...
Don't give me... Thanks, Jack. Much appreciated.
Some top-notch work Miguel did. Rides like it looks. Factory new.
We'll see about that.
So we rolling or what?
Let's feel this factory new ride.
First stop. Ripper Doc and Holmes. Easy on the gas, huh? I just stayed. I was supposed to stop by Vic's anyhow. I got a date. Me and Miss D.
You don't say.
She's so sweet. Really gets me, you know? Yeah, this is it. Come on, V. Find me once Vic's done dusting your circuits.
Hey, V.
I'll sit tight.
You look pleased.
Vicky, surprise is every old ripper. It's good to see you. Need some... Quit.
Chair, please. This should do the trick. Talks to Kuroshi Tech, too. Lights up. Okay, let's test this. See the magic in action. Linking you in. You might feel a little discomfort at first. Blurred vision, low con... It might... I also... It ought to work like a charm. Now draw your weapon. You should see your ammo count in a brand new...
Shit, Vic. Thanks again, Vic. You're the best. I owe you.
Go on, kid.
Who's winning? Miss it, don't you?
Your heart chakra looks a little out of whack, babe. I can release it for you, but you'd have to watch out for negative energy fields and avoid mean reds.
V, yo, listen up.
V, listen. I've got this delicate matter. That's why I called you. The number of cyber psycho attacks in the city is on the rise. Now, that's probably not news to you, but this issue matters to me for a few reasons. There are people who say cyberpsychosis can be treated.
Right.
And I know exactly how that sounds, but I believe even an unproven therapy is still better than a bullet to the brain. If I get a tip about a possible attack, I'll give you a call. Maybe you can investigate before MaxTac hits the scene. But remember, you're not there to execute anybody. Try to incapacitate the attacker, and I'll send someone to pick him up. I hope that's all clear.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
Dexter Deshawn in the flesh. Ample indeed.
Let's roll. Mind if I ask you something right off the bangle? Would you rather live in peace as Mr. Nobody, die ripe, old, and smelling slightly of urine, or go down for all times in a blaze of glory, smelling near like posies, without seeing your 30th? Mr. V?
You're either somebody or you fizzle out into nothing. Night City don't let you choose.
Oh, but it does. See, in my line of work, I choose to be Mr. Chill. But folk who try to take advantage, well, they see the beast inside. All right, listen close. Scanning a serious job now. Playing gargantuan compared to smashing up a scav home.
Let me hear it. What's the job?
There's this prototype tech. A biochip, to be precise. Job's to grab it. Simple.
Yeah? Guessing it belongs to a corp.
Mm-hmm. Arasaka. Surely that's no problem.
No, no problem. Just a death sentence. NC's Arasaka's turf. Nobody fucks with them here.
What can I say, Mr. V? High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife. Besides that, I'm no leadhead. Ain't gonna leave no trace for them to follow, cause we gonna do this clean and on the hush-hush. We understand each other.
You work this out? Got a plan?
Two things. First, a conundrum with the Maelstrom boys. Needs active resolving that. Second, a rendezvous. Simple. Client who brought us the job's anxious. She wants to parlay with one of the team.
Client. What's her thing? Why she need to meet?
Woman's name's Evelyn Parker. Vetting her wasn't easy. Put the word out I was looking for any kind of intel.
Right, and?
Some brothers from Pacifica got back to me. Told me to stop looking. End of convo. Anyway, our little client insisted on meeting someone with skin in the game. You know, who'll be there for it all. Yours truly will be remote. T-Bug ain't no people person, and Jaggy's only good at some things. I know you know what I mean. Pretty much leaves you.
What's the issue needs resolving with Maelstrom? Got a beef?
Slot in the shard. Got a classic tale for you. Psycho gang doing his thing 2 weeks back. Jumped a Militech convoy. Got away with the gear. Corp don't even know Maelstrom's involved. Now see, convoy was carrying the Flathead, a little combat bot, a prototype. And I need me that bit of high-grade military tech. Because if we don't get that bot, we don't get no soccer chip. And we sure as hell don't get no happily ever after. But don't get excited. It's a single-use toy. Now, I flat out purchased the damn thing from Maelstrom. Problem is, I did so from a gent went by the name of Brick. I say when, because Brick was the leader. 3 days after we'd sealed our deal, his friend and gangmate, one Simon Randall, a.k.a. Royce, plain dropped his ass. Royce is in charge now, and I got no way of knowing if he aims to honor his predecessor's word. To add to this shitstorm, one merited scout of Militech has developed an interest in said convoy.
Who's the prima donna?
Corpo agent, internal affairs. Been skidding around town asking after the convoy as if her life depended on finding it. The one lead she's got zip-tied in her trunk. Stick up her ass ain't growing any shorter, so she must be getting desperate. Be wise to think how you could use that. Of course, to do so, you'll need that frazzled cat's info. Sending it now.
Think I got everything. Time I got to work.
Well, that's just music to my ears. I'll set up the meet with Miss Parker at Lizzie's bar. Flathead, though, is gonna be all you. One more thing, Mr. V. Quiet life or blaze of glory? Later now.
Jackster, talk to Dex.
Yeah, Gordito's a big deal. Didn't really get none yet.
Hey, here for a pickup. Order number 48.
Claimed to want to check our pro cred. But to me, it feels more like he tangled us up with Maelstrom and Militech. There's this combat bot, military prototype. Maelstrom clept it. Then Dex paid to take it off their hands just before the Gangoons had a switch up in management.
Right, heard about that. Royce versus Brick. Hostile takeover.
That sums it up. Dex wants us talking to Royce. Gave the deets of some Militech agent too, but I don't know how much help she stands to be. Then there's the other thing. Gotta meet the client who put the job on the table. Evelyn Parker.
You? Well, what's Dex gonna do? Ride around in his limo, chat chicks up on the hollow?
Parker wants to meet someone on the crew. Dex gave me the nod.
He must know what he's doing. So, how you want to play this? Maelstrom or Parker? What's first?
Parker. Think I ought to see her first. See what she's like, what she's after.
Orale. In that case, I'll hit the all foods. Put my nose to the ground. Step around. Hasta luego.
See you around.
Bye, V. Remember, the media lies. V.
How'd you describe Watson in one sentence?
The Japanese built Kabuki, but the Chinese live there mostly. North side used to be plated in chrome, now it's covered in rust. We have an entire aquarium full of corpos, and that's no metaphor. Know what all that comes out to?
One sentence is never enough?
That's Watson.
I need to check one guy. Maybe he knows something.
Mm-hmm. And who?
Simon Randall, also known as Royce.
Maelstrom. Little birds say a certain Dex has taken an interest in him. You checking to see if I'll tell you the same thing as another fixer? Clever, but not too wise.
See you around.
Bye, V. Remember, the media lies.
crow! I'll rip out your spine! Oh, this can't be happening! Aim fucking steady! Bloody crow! I'll rip out your spine! We got him! Aim fucking steady! Bloody crow! I'll rip out your spine! Get down, you little shit! We got him! Oh, this can't be happening! Aim fucking steady!
See you around.
Bye, V. Remember, the media lies.
Sometimes life is good.
Jotaro Shobo. Ring a bell? Guy's a fucking psychopath. Records himself torturing joy toys and sells that shit to like-minded scumbags. The Mox finally tracked him down.
What can I get you?
This is your chance to give this fucker what he deserves and earn a little scratch while you're at it. More on this sicko attached.
It's not gonna work, June. I can feel it in my fucking dick.
What can I get you?